All right, ladies and gentlemen, a couple days late, but we're gonna do my free-to-play series. This is gonna be week 5 in Eternal Evolution on my baby free-to-play account. Now, what happened in this week? Well, I was able to capitalize on the Valentine's Day event, so this week 5 wasn't really a true indication of what could be done in just a typical week because the Valentine's Day event stacked on top of the 2 other banners that we got. So I did get the Masrani banner. I did have the Sorvali banner up, and I was able to capitalize on basically all the free stuff that the Valentine's Day event gave. So that doesn't really affect anything on this account because I got Bailey twice. I got 2 Baileys in the Valentine's Day event, but I did get all the benefit of all of the nice limited tickets, all of the rewards, and that will affect my account going forward. So if you are watching this a month from now, 4 months from now, and you're like, hey, well, wait, how'd you get all these limited tickets? Keep in mind that there was a holiday event going on at the time, and the holiday events are usually pretty generous. So I don't have any footage to talk about for week 5 because it wasn't really necessary for me to capture that, given that we're going to go to the spreadsheet, which has pretty much all of the same data on it. So what I will show you, though, is what my roster looks like after week 5. Now, I did make it seemed like a lot of progress in week 5. This is the top end of my account, and as you see, I've got Emma to Immortal. I do believe I had so I got Emma to Immortal, I got Masrani to Immortal, I got Kalaza to Immortal, I got Nagrama to Immortal, I got Senway, Boar, and Oisa all to Immortal this week. So my account is starting to make some really good progression in this week. There was a recruitment event on in this week, so I did pull enough to get not a Bailey or anything like that, but I did pull enough to get some rewards at the recruitment event. And pulling on advanced tickets is going to usually net you a few copies. Usually you're going to get an elite copy, whether from your wish list or not, every 30 pulls. So I did get a couple copies, enough to bump these characters over to Immortal. So that's the top end of my roster. Now, this is the bottom end of my roster. So as you see, Sorietta's kind of stalled. Rakana's kind of stalled. Now, I'm not in any rush to get Hercules. I do have Oisa as a really good tank, and that's the one I'm using as my tank. And then I got Crete, which kind of acts as a really good tank as well. I have made more progress on Paluno on this account versus my other account because he is an AoE character. My accounts always lack AoE characters. Is Paluno good? No, but your account, if you're like me in any way, even on my main account that was spending, I had trouble finding AoE characters. It just seemed like they weren't necessarily given to you as easily. This game seems to feed you hunters and vanguards and tanks, but they don't give you AoE characters. So I went for Paluno. I got Kane up to a red +1. As you see, Ornn and Karma. I've been using Karma copies for food because Karma sucks, and I don't feel bad. I evolved him up to the point where I could get his exclusive, but I do not feel bad leaving him there because no one cares about Karma. For somehow, Anaruda is red already, so I've just been getting lucky on the Anaruda pulls. I'm trying to get Oak. He is on my wish list, but he's just not dropping. As you see, there's the Bailey. I can't show you the mouse because my mouse can't transcribe over a picture that I got up on my OBS. But Bailey is yellow +1. Ravenna's yellow +1. Anpu is purple. Daniel is purple. I did get a copy of Ricket. Ricket is purple. Savarli is purple. Bot is purple. Nautilus is purple, right? So those ones are all ones that I'm not going to get to for a while. So, I'm going to work on Crete for a bit. Let's go back. Let's open this back up. So my next place that where my gene hybrids are going to go is into Crete, because I really got to get that core team settled first up to Immortal. So I got Emma, Masrani, Taylor is helping out a lot, and I'm kind of switching in the story mode or in content between Taylor and Randall. So I usually always have Masrani, Crete, and Emma up as well. Who's my other character? 1, 2, 3. Who am I missing? Oh, yeah. So a lot of times it'll be between Senway, Taylor, Randall. If it's if Crete's dying, then I'll pop in. I'll run double tank. I'll run Oysa. But with this top end roster, I got to 36-1 in story, which is decent for a 5-week-old account. 36-1, I'll take it. That's good development. So with this, I'm not feeling the fact that I'm missing Leo. I'm sure if I had Leo, I could just skyrocket my progression. But this account was built at a time when the only way for me to get a copy of Leo was to purchase one for 120 tickets or chips in the limited chip store. But since it's a free-to-play account and I'm really trying to maximize all of my chip usage, all of my limited ticket usage, I'm not going to spend 40 extra chips. I will wait for a Leo banner to get my first copy. As you see, as I did with Bailey, with Dan, with Rickert, with Anpu, with Servali, right? So I bought one copy, got them pity just so that I could work on them in the future. So the whole goal, free to play, if you are starting free to play as well, is work on one triple S character, get them to Immortal, go on to the next, and build your teams that way. So since, though, in the first 5-week rotation, this game gives you Crete, Masrani, and Emma, and they give you a lot of copies. Now, they give you a free copy of Crete, plus they give you a copy from Pity. Masrani and Emma, you can both get to at least Legendary very easily. If you play your free-to-play pulls correctly, you can screw that up. If you don't know how to pull your tickets, I have all of my weeks in video format in a free-to-play series, as well as my spreadsheet, which goes over step-by-step process how to do your pulls. So Emma and Masrani, you're basically given quick and easy access to get them to Immortal. Crete, they give you enough copies that you can start working on them, get them to Immortal faster, and then you kind of got to do the decision making, right? So then you got to think of who you're going to pull next. So I need 2 more copies of Crete to get him to Immortal. So that's going to be next week's Gene Hybrids that I pull. And then it depends. I got the decision to make. So do I go for the Summoner team? Since I have the pieces for the Summoner team. I got all the pieces. I got all of them. They're just not developed. Or now I also got to pick. Or do I want to do the Assassin team? Now, the Assassin team is slowly coming to the fore. People are starting to figure out that it's really good in PvE as well. And the new dungeon with Idar, the Idar boss, is specifically tailored for Assassins. So I'm kind of got, like with the triple Vanguard team, I don't have Leo, so I don't have that team built out completely yet, but that's the team I have most developed. Now, this game looks like they decided to push Assassins as the next meta. So do I hold off on Summoners, and do I go for Assassins? Problem with that, Assassins suck in Twilight. Really, the Summoner team, with a really high developed Summoner team, you can push, like, I think I just did level stage 10 in Twilight on my other free-to-play account, just using Crete, Masrani, Dan, and Servali. So really, I probably can't go wrong with starting to develop the Summoners. But the problem is, the problem is with both teams, they're both real a ways off. They're a ways off. I don't want to go for Energy because I don't have Luke. I don't even have a single copy of Luke, just Ravenna. So I don't know where this account's going to go next once I get my Crete to Immortal. The smart money, the easiest pick is probably Summoners, because Summoners are everywhere. Crimson Abyss needs Summoners. Now, you need Leo to make a good Crimson Abyss team, but Summoners seem to be the tip of the top of the meta right now, whereas Leo's just more so good for PvE content and PvP as well. But so that's where my roster is for the week 5 free to play account. Now, let's go over to the spreadsheet. Gotta make this bigger. We gotta get rid of my head so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So, boom, boom. And now let's go magnify. Not magnifique, magnify. Until, there we go. And we're gonna go like that. And then we're gonna make it full screen. Just so you guys can, there you go. Get the full benefit. So, as you see, oh, this is week 6. Sorry, guys. This whole time I've been talking about week 5. This is week 6. I am not going to go back on that. People are probably going to be in the comments right now saying, it's week 6. You did week 5 last week. Oh, well. I'm not recording a new video. So, as you see, week 6, not a whole lot of tips and tricks on this one. So, I had the Valentine's Day banner up. As you see, I got 2 copies of Bailey, luckily. And then I bought the Gene Hybrid, and I used it on Emma to get Emma to Immortal. With the Sovarli banner, I had previously pulled on the Sovarli banner already to pity in week 5. So there was no need for me to pull on her anymore, but she was up this week. But then they gave us the Masrani banner, and I did pull 60 tickets on Masrani, and I bought the Gene Hybrid. Oh, sorry, she was not at Immortal here. This was the one that got her to Immortal. So I used both Gene Hybrids in week 6 on Emma to get her to Immortal. Don't regret it. I'm going to do the same thing. I guess I can't. I'm going to do the same thing in week 8 to get Crete to Immortal. Because as if you see down here, I already, since I'm already in week 7, I'm a little behind. I pulled 60 tickets on the Rickert banner and Rickert banner, and I used the Gene Hybrid. I bought a Gene Hybrid and I put it on Masrani. So I got Masrani to Immortal too, right? See? Masrani to Immortal this week. That's week 7 though. We're talking about week 6. So, didn't pull anything on Savarli. Did pull 60, so I pulled a total of just 60 tickets because the Valentine's Day banner was a separate banner. Although it did give us enough roses if you played every day and you used all the promo codes to get a Gene Hybrid out of it as well. Story campaign. I got a free Paluno after stage 57. Now, if you're thinking, whoa, you can't be up to 57 on a free-to-play account. If you look at the story mode, like the what do you mean call them? Well, let's just go show you. Let's go show you. So the story campaign, even though, as you see, I am on stage 42, or level 42, if you look right above my head, it's actually considered, for achievement-wise, stage 67, right? So 42 is 67. So when I say after stage 57, that's in the achievements, not the actual level of the story campaign that you're on. So I got a free Paluno and a free Kalaza. Now, I have too many Kalazas now because they give Kalaza out like moldy bread at the food kitchen. There was, like I said, there was a recruitment event going on, so I did spend some advanced tickets since there was a recruitment event on. Now that I got 2 copies of Bailey, I don't feel any pressure to save up 700. Now, on my pay-to-win account, it's a little easier because I got everything Immortal, but until I get all the characters up to Immortal, I really don't advocate holding 700 because it takes so long free-to-play to save up 700 tickets. As you see, since you're going to want to pull at least 60 on every banner to get a copy of an SSS to at least a pity copy or a free copy at pity, you're really relying on saving advanced tickets to get that 700 for Bailey. And as you see, this is week 6, and just now, after week 6, I had earned 750 advanced tickets total lifetime. So it takes you roughly 6 weeks to save up that amount of advanced tickets. So I don't feel, now that whenever there's a recruitment event on now, I'm just going to pull. I'm going to pull the advanced tickets I have to get to a certain benchmark in the recruitment event, just to get my roster built up as much as it can. So this week, as you see, I got a lot of good stuff. Now, also keep in mind that the Rise of Heroes event was going on this week in week 6. It ended in week 6. That gives you a lot of good stuff. But I got Emma to Immortal, I got Taylor to Immortal, I got Nagrama, Kalaza, Boar, Senway, and Nafeng from Rise of Heroes farming, Hellboss from day one, Hellboss, all to Immortal. So I did a big, huge chunk of evolving this week. As you see, the free units that the game just gives you based on my week is, and that's from Story, was Paluno and Claza. Could I include Bailey up there? Maybe, but that was a one-time event. So Story mode, and I'm going to pull up this one so you can see the progression. So first of all, 3.6 million after week 7. So I was 2.6 million after week 5. So I added a whole million combat points. Now, a lot of this is also came from getting 1 to 5 on all of the variables in Guild Hunt or the Guild Tech. So, you know, you can take them all up to level 5 for free, basically, as long as you got that initial currency. So I did that on all of them. They are now all 5 of 5 at the minimum. So that added a lot of CP. But then I also did a whole bunch of evolving and got a lot of CP that way as well. So, but 1 million combat power from week 5 to 6 is a lot. Story mode, I went from 32-1 to 36-1. So I tacked on 4 whole stages or 4 whole levels of story mode this week. And Soul Mine, you know, not as great, but that's what, 14 levels. Actually, that's a big chunk for Soul Mine, because Soul Mine is a lot more difficult than story mode, it seems. And then tickets. What did I get for tickets? Now, you got to keep in mind that we had the Valentine event and Rise of Heroes going on in here. Now, Rise of Heroes, I wouldn't have been getting any limited tickets in this week. You kind of get all of your limited tickets in the initial first couple days, and then you get Gene Hybrid Shards. So it really advanced or limited tickets. None of this would have come actually from the Rise of Heroes event. So I don't know why I mentioned that, but we did get the Valentine's Day event, which added to it. So I earned 96 limited tickets in week 6 versus 85 in week 5 and 93 in week 4. So around 90, there's 60. Around 90 seems like the norm. But then I earned a whopping 120 advanced tickets in week 6. So I pulled 60 tickets on the Mazrani batter to get that 1 copy from Pity. Other people have said this, guys, you shouldn't pull off of Pity. It's just a waste of tickets. So I did get the 1 copy. And I did spend 60 advanced tickets on the recruitment event to get to the 120, basically the break point or whatever 120 gives you in the recruitment event. That's why I pulled that many. And I earned a whopping total of 120 limited tickets this week somehow. I just got a whole crap load. And so that brings up my lifetime total of limited tickets earned into 535. And for advanced tickets, 754. So a lot of good progress in week 6. I got to get that right. I'm getting the weeks mixed up in my head. And that's week 6 on my free-to-play account. So I like the way that the account is developing. Of course, I am miles behind where everybody else is, but that's fine. I'm enjoying building an account free-to-play. This account, surprisingly... not this account that you're seeing on the screen. This is my free-to-play, first free-to-play account, who is at 6.4. And just for reference, this account... How many days have I played this account? I started this account shortly after I made my main account. So is there a way I can tell? I'm on this one, so this is probably 60... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Basically 70 days, probably, this account versus my other account, which is only 6 weeks in. So this account is roughly, what, double the length? 6 weeks is a month and a half. This is about a little over 2 months. So just for reference, let's show you the top end of this roster. Keep in mind, this is the top end of my month and a half old account. So Emma, Maz, Crete, right? This one got lucky because it played through the Christmas event, but somehow this one's also free to play. I got an Immortal Dan, Maz you see, Crete you see, but I do have an Immortal Ampu and an Immortal Sorvali. I don't really know how I got an Immortal Sorvali. But these are my immortal triple S's. I think I just spent all my gene hybrids on them because what you don't see on this account, this is my first free play account, there's no Emma. No Emma. I did get 2 copies of Bailey as well on this account. But really, and I got a Rickert, right? So really this account is, it's missing Leo. Well, wait, I do have 1 copy of Leo because there was, I was active during something where I could get a copy. So I do have 1 copy of Leo. But this account has the summoner team built out. Has the summoner team completely built out. And it's funny. It's actually kind of funny because the summoner team does so much work. As you see, it's a 1.8 team, and I'm at 7th on this server, and this is the same server as my pay to win account, which as you see, he's right here, Rev Dialar, who's in 2nd. The free to play account that started a couple weeks after, but started on the same server because I'm an idiot, is in 7th on this account. And as you see, what is he, 1.8? I think this team, yeah, this guy's blowing me away. What, 16.9 combat power? This account itself is like 6.8 or something. 6.4. Really, really funny. So that shows you the power of the summoners. This account, I'm probably gonna, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna develop next on this account. This account usually is just the account that I built just to stream, so I have something in the background to run on my PC, so I can show you guys stuff. But it's really funny how this account turned out. I just fell into the meta arena team somehow. But I can't remember the point I was trying to make. I guess the point I'm trying to make is that this game is really, really free-to-play friendly. Really free-to-play friendly. Like, I'm playing with a bunch of Krakens and Whales on this server, and hanging in there in Arena. I'm getting destroyed at Summon Arena, though, because I started a free-to-play account late on an old server, but that's not here or there. I'm not actually gonna play Summon Arena on this account. I will try it on my baby free-to-play account because that was started on a brand new server. I think it was North America 67 or 68. Oh, 65. Sorry, 65. So there, I've rambled way too long. That's really all I need to say. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you got any comments or concerns, any free-to-play questions, the Discord link or my Discord link is in the description of this video. The spreadsheet that we were looking at is also in the description of this video. So you can pop into my Discord if you have any questions. Ask me, free-to-play, spender-wise too, because I've spent an exorbitant amount of money on this game that I do recoup back from YouTube, so I don't recommend any spending in this game. It is totally not needed. It is not. This game is severely free-to-play friendly. So until next time, guys, cheers, peace, bye-bye. Again, don't mind the hair. I know. I'm a homeless person.